Welcome to Nick's Impromptu Reviews, and today I'm reviewing Duel of Ages II. Okay, and this game came out about a month ago after this recording, and it's a remake of Duel of Ages I, which is sort of a hybrid of a miniature game and a role-playing game. I never got to play the first one because it was hard to get, but I heard good things about it. But now that Duel of Ages II is out, it's more readily available. And it's a pretty hefty game, has a lot of components to it, very detailed and very fun. Is it good? We'll take a look. So here's the Duel of Ages box, and as you can see there are two of them. That's the master set, and the one on the left is the basic set. You really only need the basic set, but if you want to add a ton of more characters, then you can get the master set. Just a warning that the master set is over $100. Now these are the platters. Basically, these are the maps that we're going to play on, and you know they're all different colors, and that does matter in the game. And these are the keys, and these keys represent dungeons and domes, which are like the starting points of how your characters get onto the battle map. And you use those keys to connect different platters, and that's how you start with the battlefield. Okay, and this is the heart of the game in my opinion, the characters. There are so many characters in this game, especially with the master set, and they range from futuristic characters that you see in the comic books to old historical figures like Annie Oakley and William Wallace. This is great. I mean, the sheer variety of all the characters is awesome. They all have different stats, they all have different abilities, and if you have a team, it's really pretty balanced, to be honest. But yeah, the sheer variety of the characters is the heart of this game. And these are the challenge decks. Now, it seems weird, but you use those to resolve things instead of dice. Now, at first I thought it was kind of weird, but now I see the purpose of it. It really is convenient, and I think if you use dice, it would extend the game a lot longer. And counters. You need lots of counters. Like I said, this game's pretty detailed, and there's counters for everything. Counters for your characters, counters for your henchmen. In fact, I found myself using even more counters to like keep track of line of sight and op shots, which you can find out on yourself. And these are the cards, and who doesn't like loot? So in order to get loot, you need to do these adventures from the future, colonial, and ancient times. And when you get those loots can be from weapons and armor or anything to help you. Okay, so this is the completed map. Well, sort of. Well, this is only a 3-platter map. You can make it larger, I guess. But as you can see, we have the dungeon keys attached to it. Those domes are where your characters can start. And if you notice, in the middle of the map, you have your two bases, the white, because you have a white team and a black team, so you'll be defending and attacking the other's bases. And the rest of the keys are the dungeons. So all you miniature gamers out there, this is your terrain. And yeah, the movement does affect the terrain. The terrain does affect the movement, so be aware of that. So you start out with your team, and like I said, you can have, there's a big variety, so your team can consist of anything. There are several different ways you can choose your team, you know, straight draft, or I don't know, just take turns picking them. But you know what, I don't think it really matters. There's like, if you have the master set, there's over 200 characters to choose from, and they're all different, they're all unique, and they're all fun to play. You can balance it if you want, you can concentrate on one aspect like range and everything, but the choosing it, it's up to you. So pretty much the game is like this. You go around the board, kind of like Hunger Games almost. You pop up in these domes and you try to beat your opponent. Now, yeah, I guess the best way to do it is to just kill your opponent and stuff like that. I mean, it's so tempting to just go out and battle, but the main goal is to get achievements, and one of the ways to get an achievement is to kill your opponent. Okay, so like there's an achievement for killing more opponents, there's an achievement for capturing more opponents, but there's also an achievement for adventures. So you can go out and just hit a dungeon and just do the adventures and grab loot, and you'll get an achievement for that. And there are other ways to get achievements. I mean, some cards are achievements on their own, but in at the end, you have a certain amount of rounds. You can set the game length to be short or long. Generally, the games are pretty long, even in the short mode, because I mean you're dealing with so many characters, and you want to take time with your moves and everything. But that's pretty much the game. It's kind of a mix of a RPG and a miniature war game, in my opinion. Really, really fun, and yeah, it's a lot of strategy using terrain. What should you do? You want to go get achievements by attacking dungeons or attacking your opponents, and that's Duel of Ages 2 in a nutshell.
Okay, first off, I love this game. This game rocks. I mean, if you're ever a kid that played with action figures, this is the game for you. Very fun. I mean, I think this will appeal to both role-playing gamers and miniature gamers like Warhammer. Very detailed. All the characters are so unique, and it's just a lot and lots of fun. The only drawback is that it is kind of heavy. In other words, it's not good for non-gamers. But if you know any good people who don't mind playing a nice, detailed game, this is it. Okay, and I'm so glad they were able to reprint this. I was wondering when this game was going to come out. The first Duel of Ages was really hard to get, and now it's here. Another drawback, it's pretty expensive. I think the base game is $60, but if you want the master set, it's going to cost $110 for the master set alone. But the master set has so many different characters, and you know what, to be honest, after you play this, you'll want to get that. So yeah, it's going to be a money sink, but not really. Once you pay for these, so you'll be set for pretty much the entire life of this. So anyways, yeah, Duel of Ages 2, I highly recommend it. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'll give this a solid 9. Get it if you can. Thank you.